Hi. This journal is called A Step Above Mind. It was the second one from today, April 26th. The Mayan day is 9 Dog. It's interesting how the topic, the tags of what we post to the net brings people in and what people respond to what, though I have much to say, to offer regarding my spiritual experiences with non-physical life forms. I wanted to wait and lay a good foundation first before broaching these subjects. Many people want a shortcut to enlightenment. We want to take a magic pill or potion, do some sort of mystical meditation or ritual, or perhaps just directly use the law of attraction to magnetize some contact or spiritual experience. Shortcuts. Why do I call these shortcuts? That's less easily explained, but the thumbnail version is because we're all spiritual beings, and it is through a spiritual path of development and growth that we rise up in our awareness. No shortcuts. People in a hurry are probably those who use or resort to black magic, even white magic, and before you perhaps lash out at that, please consider, yes, there are any number of wonderful spiritual people involved in these, and just about anything you could name on the planet. The exception does not prove the rule. This is challenging for me to write because it sounds like I'm promoting a path of some sort when I've frequently spoken out against such things. Many have heard me explain how a path is linear and how awakening is anything but linear, how time is all simultaneous just now. Well, we're running into paradox once again. So please drop into heart and out of head or the mental body to hear this. And by heart, my friends, I don't mean the emotions, but rather the spiritual contact point or portal centered in the chest. The emotions are based in the solar plexus area. Time itself is a mental construct. Minutes, seconds, days, and hours don't exist. They're a convention, a convenience for organizing and social purposes. Just like the high-flying bird sees no boundaries, no cities, states, or countries, the saying goes for minutes and seconds. One organizes space, the other organizes time. Both are quite mental. I hope you can see this. The mind may have difficulty with it, but from heart space, it makes perfect sense. Do drop down. At least give it a try. These are valuable conventions, time and calendars and borders and boundaries. Don't get me wrong. They are boundaries or ways of dividing things. Let's just take the lines on the highways as an example of division. Go back to horse and buggy days, and there wasn't so much need for these. Move forward to today's vehicles and speeds, and the requirement is obvious. Without the lines, we could not have the speed of travel we do today. We would have to drive much more cautiously on unmarked roads, absent the conventions represented by the lines. One direction of travel on this side, the other on that. Don't pass on the double yellow or whatever convention exists for this outside the U.S. It is only by making such agreements that faster speeds are enabled. Otherwise, the roads would be places of slaughter and mayhem. Chaos would reign. So I'm all for organization in its place. And 3D is a good place for that, for when physical bodies collide, bad things can happen. Well, here's the thing though. We and all of creation are much more than just physical. We exist on multiple dimensions at once. A large part of awakening, or at least one way to look at it, is that we are rising up into vibrational frequencies above the third dimension. And that being the case, the laws and rules of organization won't be the same there. How could they? Do fish need highways and lines to swim about? One of the big things about dimensions is that they are massively different. Or they seem so on first encountering them. It's all a matter of perspective, too. Yes, I know my analogy isn't so good since fish are physical, too. So it's like a mixed metaphor then. But it still holds as an example of travel through a different medium, which I'm comparing to different dimensions. Man is just too locked into mind, into that way of being and viewing reality, to easily hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying, for starters, is that when perceived from a completely different perspective, which I call the kingdom of heart, all life looks different. It looks so vastly different that this amounts to a paradigm change. Yes, I realize that I'm presenting a very mental perspective on this, my first one. I'm actually conversing directly with mind, which I consider a dangerous thing to do, for mind has no anchor, no reality tether, no North Star